Hi everybody, good afternoon. Hola from Santesteban. Welcome to Tuesdays with Fran. I'm Fran, and unfortunately Ella could not make it with us today. She was vaccinated and she had a little bit of reaction. She's fine, but she's just got a little bit of fever, so she just wishes you all a good, wonderful day. So, welcome to the village of Santesteban, a village in the middle of nature, beautiful, gorgeous, that we're gonna start discovering in no time. So let me turn the camera around and let me show you how beautiful this village is. Okay, well, hola Janet, good afternoon. Look at my friends here, the little ship. This type of ship are called Lata, L-A-T-X-A, which is a traditional Basque ship that gives not very high quantity of milk, but very good quality of milk, with a lot of protein that helps us do some of the best cheeses in the world, the Roncal and Idiazabal type of cheeses that we have here. So, as I was telling you, it's a beautiful village in the middle of the Pyrenees. Look at that, isn't it gorgeous? So, let's start walking around the village. So, this village has a lot of history because we are less than 20 kilometers from France. Okay, so here we have always been fighting, and there's been wars against almost everybody. Hi Pam, Crier, how are you doing? In fact, this park where we are is called Insacardi, and the thing is that you know that I love history. I'm a little history freak here. In 1808, the French troops, Napoleon troops, invaded Spain. Okay? And in 1813, the Duke of Wellington came to rescue Spain. Right? He entered in San Sebastian, rescued San Sebastian, and kept on going all the way to free all Spain. The thing is that when they came here, there was a big battle in the village of Santesteban. And it is said that in the garden that we are walking right now, it's where the British soldiers were buried. Okay? To represent that, it's why we have all of these beautiful plane trees. All of these plane trees talk to us about those wars and all of that. Hello, Fran. Hope Elo is feeling better soon. Yes, I mean, she's just a little bit of cold and not a big deal. She'll be good for next week. Hopefully, or no, I'm kidding. She's doing okay. She was just not feeling too good today, so might as well stay home. Well, this village, the village of Santesteban, it's one of the places that rains the most in Spain. It rains 180 days every year. Today is one of those 180 days that it's raining. That gives us magnificent trees, like this magnolia tree. Okay, we have a lot of flowers everywhere around. So that's one of the great things that we have in this beautiful village. And now it's probably the most difficult. Hi James! So, moments of this tour because I need to cross. Hopefully I'm not run over. Saved it. That was fast. So, about a little bit of ancient history of the village of Santesteban. Here we know there are pre-Roman ruins everywhere around. You have to think that here we have seen one river, but there's not one river. There are two rivers, and this part of the Pyrenees is very soft. It's very easy. Okay, so really it made for ancient civilizations easy to live in here. So they settled in here. The thing is that this village became the first time it is written. It was in the year 1280, and it was written that it was the first time that this village had to pay taxes to the crown of Navarre. Okay, so that was the first time. Imagine, the first time you're written in history is because you're gonna pay taxes. Like, oh, great. By the year 1497, Catalina de Foix, the Queen of Navarre, she did something very special to this village. This village, as I said, it rains a lot, 180 days a year. And it has two rivers. These two rivers, they go all the way down to the Vidasoa River, which is the river that will divide Spain with France, okay, in the border. I think is that as we produce so much water, this queen, Catalina de Foix, she took taxes out of water. And they said that as we produce more water than we consume, we don't have to pay for water. That rule is still rules today. Okay, so from 1497, that's cool. As a good village, the center of the whole village was, and as you can see, still is, for all the young kids, it is the fronton. It is the place to play pelot. Here, hola, kaixo. We don't have one fronton, which is there. We have two. One on that side, and the one that these kids are tricking me on the other side. Okay, so we do have two frontons. This one is a very important one because from here, from the village of Santesteban, a lot of pelotaris, which are the people who plays bas pelot, have come from here. Okay, here one of the oldest styles of bas pelot was played. It was like pretty much like a highlight, okay, and it was played in here, and it is still once in a while being played here at the village of Santesteban, Elizondo. Yeah. Okay. Agur. Les estoy enseñándoles a unos amigos Santesteban. Lo bonito. Para unos amigos americanos. Ah. No, yo soy de Pamplona. Al agur. Yo de Pamplona. Vale, agur. Yo les he dicho que hola, de vuestra parte. Kids, like, and who are you? And where are you from? And why are you talking so funny? I love the kids. Anyway, so the kids say hello to everybody. I love kids. So, by the 1500s, the village of Santesteban was a very powerful village. In fact, it was the big commercial point between Spain and France. It was called back then the Little Madrid. Madrid, the capital of Spain. Well, the people from here, they said that this village was the Little Madrid because there was so much commerce, there was so much trading and everything that was super, super strong. And that is the date when most of these houses, they were done, okay? These houses are from the 1500s. I know it looks amazing because they're in extremely good shape, especially the palace that we have in front of us. With this up here, you see this, a little tower, that's a guard tower to protect the building, which is incredible. I see the door open, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna sneak in and hopefully they will not kick me out. If they kick me out, well, no big deal. I love this house. I mean, I think the entrance, it's amazing. Petribelchenea, it is from 1558, which is incredible. And let's see if there's nobody in. So let me see if I can show you. This is inside, okay? So there's one entrance, this gate, and then you have the second entrance to the house, which is incredible. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? Look at that gate. There's a little chapel behind those iron gates. Oh, imagine living in a house from the 1500s. Oh, it's more than living here, paying to keep this up, which is incredible. This house also is the place where we measure the altitude towards sea level, up there. We are 122 meters to the Mediterranean, okay, that's where it says, Alicante, which is about 400 feet over sea level. So as you can see, we are not in a very high altitude place. The thing is that here we are exposed, we're facing the Cantabric Sea. So all the storms come through here, right? That is why this is such a wet part of Navarre. Beautiful buildings everywhere. Yes, you are right, James. It's incredible. And especially with how much love all of these buildings are taken care. I'm gonna show you some that are unfortunately not very well kept up, but they're beautiful. One of the things I love, if the houses are well taken care, take a look at their little vegetable gardens. There they have the lettuce, the tomatoes, the beans, the whole thing. I mean, isn't it beautiful? It's like, oh my God, I want to eat everything from here. You want to talk about organic food? This is where it comes. Real organic food. It's a pity that we don't have a sunny, beautiful day, but hey, half of the year it's like this, so might as well make the best out of it. Sorry. What else can I tell you about this beautiful village? As I was telling you, all of these houses are quite impressive. They're all done, most of them done, with this red stone. This is the house I'm telling you from 1500s. That is a pity in the shape it is. Right? It's empty. I don't know if it's for sale or not, but I mean, look at this. Isn't it incredible? I mean, I think it's so gorgeous. Well, yes, there are some houses that are on sale around here. I was telling you about flowers and plants and trees and everything. Well, look at these incredible hydrangeas. I mean, to get that, you need a lot of water. And here, we get it, which is incredible. Whoops. Wow, no, what's going on? Don't die on me, telephone. Uh-oh. Okay, sorry. We're having difficulties with the gimbal again. Okay. Are we okay? Yes, we're back. Whew, that was fast. Okay, so here, what we have, it's the city hall. Okay? And as you can imagine, in a place that rains so much, it's not good to have a fronton where the kids play open air. So what they the city hall, what they decided to do is to construct, let me show you, let me come inside, two little frontons. One on that side, on those arcades, and the other ones on this side. Let me show it to you. So you see all of these little frontons covered so the kids can come in and stay in here. Okay, this guy with the car, yes, not going anywhere. One of the houses I love of Santesteban, especially for its woodwork, it's this house. Okay, let's let the car go by. Yeah, tiny little car, too much noise. Oh gosh, another car. Okay, yes, you may go. Okay, so take a look at this beautiful, beautiful house and its incredible woodwork. Okay, it looks really like Switzerland or something like that. It's all the wood and the stonework. I think everything, even the ceiling, the detail on that window, it's decorated and it's very important. VIP, very important village. No. So, as years passed, this place became very, very important in 1940s. Okay, probably you have heard about the Comet Line. The Comet Line, it was during World War II, and it was from 1941 until 1944. It was a moment when, if a British soldier or an Allied soldier would fall into war in France or in Europe, they would come all the way to here, okay, all the way to the Pyrenees, to the border in France. They would be bringing this Comet Line. And the shepherds from this village, from many villages, but especially from Santesteban, it is one of the shepherds who went to Bayonne, to the other side, and brought them to here. From here, from Navarre, they were taken all the way down to the south of Spain, to Gibraltar, what that was an English, and still is English. And from there, they were shipped, well, flown away back home. It is that many of the men from Elizondo, from Santesteban, they took place in this Comet Line, and some of them I'm stopping here because the father of this house that I have right behind me, he was one of the few that they were caught, they were in prison, and they went to Auschwitz. Right? So they risked their lives in World War II. You have to understand that Spain did not take part in World War II, okay? Which I think it's incredible that all of these people, obviously they were shepherds and they knew the Pyrenees better than anybody else. So they could help and they would do that, okay? So that was a very beautiful thing. One of the sentences, or the alma mater of the Comet line, was Pugna quin percutas, which means fight without arms, right? Without weapons. That was the motif of the Comet line during World War II. Also, as you can imagine, it was that time we were in Spain. We were just coming out of the Spanish Civil War, and we had Franco around here. So it was moments of hunger, and there was not much money everywhere around Spain. So here, the smugglers, they were very important. They would bring people back to freedom, but also they would bring tobacco or oil or any other things. One of the things that they would bring... there we go. One of the things they would bring are fabrics, cotton, lace, everything. And everything, they realized that if they would be selling the fabric itself, they would make money. But if they produce clothes and sell skirts, blouses, work pants or anything, they would make a lot of money. So here, all of the men, they were smugglers or they were on the Comet line. Women, they were seamstresses, right? Seamstresses, very good seamstresses. In fact, the main patroness of this village is Santa Lucia. Santa Lucia, it is the patroness of seamstresses, okay? On December 19th, it is the day of Santa Lucia. And in fact, this street where I am right now is Santa Lucia Street. But the church we have in front of us, very narrow, as you can see, very beautiful, is dedicated to the main patron saint. We have a patroness and a patron saint. The patron is St. Peter. And as you can see from here, this is a very defensive wall. As I told you, always we have been in wars, ups and downs against the French, with the Brits, with Castile, with everybody. So the church, all of these arrow slates windows, they have two things, okay? You see the arrow slates, but the circle in the bottom, it was for little cannons, okay? In fact, in these arrow slates, we still, can you see the tiny little cannons? Okay, so we still keep them, which I think is fabulous. The Church of St. Peter, it is from the 16th century, although it was enlarged on the 18th century. As a little anecdote, we are so close to France that this church belonged to the Bishop of Bayonne in France until the 1500s, okay? After the... when is the year? Yes, until the 1500s. Later, it became part of the Bishop of Navarre, of Pamplona, okay? But we're so close to France that it belonged to France. Now we're gonna go through a tiny, super small, narrow alley. Let me show you this incredibly petite, medieval, even the light doesn't come through. It's a super small alley. And this was called the Duke of Alva. In fact, the people from here, they used to make fun of it. They said it smelled as bad as the Duke of Alva. Who is the Duke of Alva? This gentleman is one of the most important novelty titles that we have in Spain. It's a very powerful family. And the thing is that the Duke of Alva is the one that in 1512 came helping the Catholic kings and invaded Navarre. And thanks to him, we are part of Spain, okay? So people say that it stinks like the Duke of Alva, this little alley, right? It used to be said back then in time, which I think is very beautiful. Hola, Maider! How are you? Kaisho? I didn't see you today in CrossFit. You were not? You should have been training today. Okay, take a look at this view from the back. Isn't it beautiful? Not me, but the church. Oh, let me turn the camera around so we can see it better. I love all of this little alley. Hopefully I'm not run over. I think I'm in love with these little villages, as you can see, okay? I was telling you about the water. So we have amazing hydrangeas. We have many roses. Let me show you what's how do you call that? Acapanthus, those ones. Purple hydrangeas on the back, super beautiful. And let me show you the end of this village, which is the rivers. I was telling you that there are two rivers. One is called Ezcurra, which means the acorn water, okay? And the other one is the Ezpelura, which is the boxwood water, okay? So those two rivers merge right here, okay? And they become this massive important river. And like a quarter of a mile from here, we have the big Vidasoa that will divide the two countries, Spain and France. As I told you, it's raining. Sorry for my speed today, but really, although it looks sunny, it's not, trust me. I don't know if the rain, look at that. Ah, qué bonito, qué bonito. I love this village. Okay, my friends, with all of this said, thank you so much for joining in today. Hello, hopefully if you're watching, you'll get better. I'll see you next week. Next week we're gonna go visit Roncal, a beautiful village in the middle of the Pyrenees, and we're gonna be talking about one of the most important tenor singers in Europe, Julián Gayarre. Okay? He was from that village, which is amazing. So that will be next week. This Sunday we are cooking at home Basque-born cheesecake. Oof, I almost didn't say it. Especially for my American friends, it's the easiest cheesecake you're gonna ever do, and you will impress all your friends for the 4th of July. What else? On Monday night, I'm gonna be on Rick Steve's Monday night with Rick. He's gonna be my host of like oh god, we're gonna be talking about the Basque Country. Super excited for that. Yes, and I will tell Elo to get better. All my friends, have a wonderful day. Well, as you all know, all of these tours, we'll do them tip supported. So if you would like to leave us a tip, thank you very, very, very much. Have a wonderful day. I shall see you on Sunday. I'll see you on Monday on Rick Steve's. I'll see you next Tuesday on heavy week of work. Yay! Love it. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye, my friends.